new caddy.
How you feeling, Caesar?
Yeah, I'm good.
You good?
Yep.
Oh, all right.
700 yards and penalties. Can't have it no more. All right. And after you guys are, I don't know what you're doing, but you're in shape. All right. You're gassing out. You're gassing out.
My name is Ceasar Ellison.
How old are you?
I am 14 years old, turning 15 in December.
How long have you been playing football?
Around 6 years, going on to 7th.
What are some aspects of football that get you excited the most?
Mostly how hard you have to push yourself to succeed. There's something comfortable about like reaching your goal after like working so hard for it. Like it can be a win, championship game, anything really.
What's your primary position?
I play center.
And what do you like most about playing center?
I like the leadership that goes behind it. Sometimes it can be tough, but I like how people come to you like when they need help. Although sometimes it can be too much, but most of the time it's something you can be proud of.
So what other positions have you played?
I know in earlier years I played tackle, and then coaches tried to move me around at tackle. First of all, it was kind of like, at first, how much the coaches relied on you to have like the line ready for like a game or something, or like have them stay focused. It could really like bring you down, I guess. But it's looking past that, and it's like what is their goal in trying to get you to like have everyone like solid and like, you know, condensed, I guess, in like what they're doing. A great football player would have to say think on his feet, because there's a lot of situations where you can do many things, like, or have so many options, where it's just if you follow like what you've been doing and what you've been practicing for, or what you've practiced, then those situations will come like they'll come at you less and less, and like you can just face the stuff that you faced in practice. Also, it's how well you communicate with your teammates. Like that's like number one thing. When you talk to your teammates at any time on the field, it could either be to bring them up from like a losing game, just like having fun with them. Like it gives them motivation to like try harder, or like to play their best. Yeah.
I think this is the last one. Let's see the sign.
Communication is a skill I've learned while playing football. first few years of playing football, I never really talked to any of my teammates, like at all. Mostly because how new I was. And like having that skill build over time, like it's just simple. But like using the right words for like certain time can like really change like how like a person's feeling. Like it can really affect the way they play. Communicating on the field can clear up questions that other players have and that you excel in. Like if there's a certain spot that like you wanna like at least practice for or like, you know, play in, you can ask that position or a person that plays that position for like tips. All positions, you need a strong like mental foundation. So and that's very important. But since I'm like a lineman, I mostly focus on upper body, and I go to almost all or a lot of training camps, but some are like way different than I've ever expected. Like they focus more on fundamentals rather than like doing new things. They focus on kind of like improving the things you've already learned so you can like be the best at those rather than trying to learn like new skills, which is kind of interesting because like if you've already kind of like mastered everything and like all the basics, I find it weird to go back to those and instead of like, you know, like doing something new. I'd tell them and myself that I'd have to stretch. How much I hate it, I hate doing it. You know, I still kind of like have to just get your body like loose for a game. So like when you do get folded up, like it's not like as major as it would be if you were like stiff.
Okay. So let's talk about the game aspect. How would you go about creating a game plan?
If I wanted to compete with one player, I would look at the way they play. I would see if they're more aggressive player or a more passive.
Flag on the play.
And that entails like their speed, how much they use their hands and feet, in the way that they like traverse the line, I guess. But when we're facing a team, I would look at their record, watch film on the positions that I will be like playing against, and watch films on my position but for their team, and then I'd kind of make a plan based on that, and that'd be like practicing plays that I know we're gonna run in the game in my head, and kind of like tell my teammates ways they can improve, and because I'd want them to do the same.
I thought you were gonna have fun.
I can't even have fun. He's not even sweating. Nothing's burning. There's nothing burning.
Have you ever had an argument with another football player?
Oh yeah, of course.
It's go time.
So what happened during that argument, and how did you guys?
It can be against your own teammates, other teammates from like years prior, people you don't know, or your opponents. And there's like different ways to settle each. If it's against your opponent, outshine them, prove them that like you're the better player, but do it in a way where they would pick themselves up. Like do it in a way that would make them improve. because it's not like just about, you know, I beat them, I'm just that good. It's kind of like, I beat them, now how can I improve even further? When it comes to your teammates, that would just be like again, go back to communication and like just really talk it out. If something's wrong, change it slowly. Like, you don't want to make too drastic of a change, or else you might just take out what's wrong and be like, this is right, and you wouldn't get the full effect. But if you change it too slowly, it just takes forever to find out what the problem is.
One of the great things about being in a hotel room.
The last question that I have for you is, think of the best football game you have played. How did the coach train you for that game?
The best games that I played would probably be the ones where like it's a tight game. So, for example, it was a game against Hartford a few years back, and it went into overtime. The coaches trained like, I guess, the team for like a situation like this by how much sprints we had to do for like the entire year. They'd always say 4 quarters, as in keep up the energy for as long as you can. And like, we'd always run when we made mistakes. Or like anything to show discipline in what we're doing, and to show the fact that like we care about the game and like that we want to win. So he'd always give us like tasks, I guess, like drills between like plays if we like ever really got it wrong, and like we didn't really, you know, like know what was wrong, but like we would do something wrong. So yeah.
What motivates you on the football field? This one's just my question out of curiosity.
So what motivates me is kind of my goals and my family. Like, I have like a very strong foundation when it comes like to support my family, that I feel like my goals, how far they are, like, and how unreasonable they may be, like, that I can achieve them. And that really pushes me to get to those goals and, you know, continue playing football. Well, no matter what team I play for, I look for another challenge, really, that I have to overcome. I look for like all the games that we have to play and all like the sprints we'd have to do, only to make me a better player though. Like, of course, you know, fun and all that, but like I'm so motivated like to be like the best player I can, where it's like any drill I do, it's like all in or nothing. And like, since I want to get there that bad, and going all in. For more information about me as a player, go to cmefootball.com.
Bitch, I'm bustin' at 'em.